Hi, I'm Linus Riddle. I'm a sophomore in high school. And For the past couple of weeks, I've been using uh, the Arduino microprocessors. Um, and I have been, which is basically a platform to make some cool programs and robots and different machines. I was making this little walking robot I called the Quadbot. Um, and um, the Arduino is like very um, kind of you can build it all yourself. Me and my partner put all this together, um, and at scale, but created with some of the stuff we were using because we didn't have uh, like that. Like we weren't able to glue the board down, obviously here as the where I got the inspiration from, and most of the code and everything. Uh, they glued the board down, but I didn't want to only use the board for this, so I had to hold these down with rubber bands. Um, and I used a paperclip for this to attach the legs together so they move. And we had quite a few issues with 3D printing these things, but eventually we got it just because measurements, like the hinges, were too small. Um, and I edited those, and then we printed it again. Um, and so then these servos are attached to pins, so that's how it actually changes the legs, or how it rotates them and moves them around. So the electricity goes from here to the servo and rotates it. And then here I can choose in the initial code that I downloaded. You can see how much it's rotating, like 45 degrees. Um, so every time this would send something down here, it would change 45 on certain things. I'm going to get to the English one. It was initially in Spanish, so I had to translate it. Um, but then it would rotate back to the initial position so that it can take another step. Um, and uh, yeah, a lot of this code is setting things up, and then the rest is rotating and the servos and everything. Um, so my robot was supposed to walk forward here in this, but as you can see, it didn't. It had a little bit too much weight on the back, um, so it was just falling over. And So we'll fix that maybe later. But uh, so we got just it moving in there, and I'll speed it up to here. So the legs would rotate when the servos rotate, so that it would walk forward. Um, but yeah, uh, we were connecting the electricity to the servos through these wires here that are plugged into each pin that we initialized and defined here. And then we used the resistors for this stuff, and connected the pins to the positive and negative things so that it would all connect. Like you connect it to this negative part, and then the whole row is negative or whatever. Um, so, and then same thing for positive. And yeah, and we changed some things later. Um, like here, I updated the amount it was rotating. This was just while I was testing. Probably didn't want to rotate this a full 180 when it was actually walking around. Um, but while testing the servos on their own, I updated this and lowered the delay quite significantly, pretty decent amount, and so that it would walk a little bit faster. Um, And then here, I lowered it back down to 90 when we actually start doing things, so that I would just go forward. Um, and okay, and eventually we got it mostly working. We need to fix the weight, but we can do that in a bit. Um, but yeah, that's basically most of what I've been doing. Um, yeah, thanks for watching.